So the only time, I mean, we could talk, but it would be like if they show off armor, so I could get like the whole clip. But honestly, now with what's it called, Vegas Pro, I could cut your audio out, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, I say beforehand, because people are like, why do you always talk? It's like, it's during my live stream, so yeah, we could, because I want to hear your guys' opinion too on it.
And
here we go.
Welcome, Warriors, and Happy New Year! How are you, Josh?
Happy freaking New Year, Lawrence. How you doing, man?
I'm doing fantastic. I'm so excited to do this hero reveal stream.
First den of the year. We're starting off strong. Let's go. Let's get into it.
This is amazing. Thank you everyone so much for being here. We're back. We had an amazing TU1. We had an amazing first half of the season. Look at all the stuff we did. We did the Frostwind celebration. We had an amazing battle pass. That testing ground changes. We had Dominion series stuff. And very importantly, the rocking chair emote. I love using that emote. I love just hanging out on the battlefield, relaxing.
Nothing beats a good battlefield like a nice little relaxation time, little iced tea.
Dominion, sometimes you just gotta take a minute off. And we've got even more stuff to launch into with, again, the reason we're all here, the new hero release coming up soon.
Just give it to me.
I'm very excited. January 27th is gonna be a massive.
It's gonna be a big day. It's gonna be a big day. But before we get too far into things, Josh, you want to talk a little about the Twitch drops we've got going on?
Yeah, first Twitch drops instance of the year. Before we get into it, make sure that your Ubisoft and Twitch accounts are linked so you can claim all of these awesome rewards. So for every 30 minutes
you guys hear it, though?
viewing time, you will receive one crate, and every 30 minutes of accumulated viewing time afterwards, you have a chance to win 100,000 steel. And if you can see the little special thing right there, you would get the new hero, an exclusive ornament, elite outfit, three scavenger crates, and a 7-day unlocked on January 27th. So, and these are chances to win. These are not guarantees. So keep an eye out for your notifications for those awesome things. Also, we are doing a little special thing for our streamers. Once again, if you are one of the top 10 streamers at the end of February 3rd, you will receive 100,000 steel. You can buy a lot with that steel, or you can save it for a rainy day. It is
Mark 10 Gaming, yes, welcome.
With it. Also, if you are going to be watching some streamers play For Honor, go ahead and go into ones that have little drops going. You can see that for as long as you're watching, you will receive more rewards. Just keep in mind to claim your reward once you get the notification. That way you can build up the time for the next one, and you can kind of continue going through and grabbing all the stuff. Again, super excited to do Twitch drops once again, and yeah, keep an eye out for your notifications. Let's do this.
It's going to be an amazing time. I think we actually have something else the community will really appreciate, Josh, if you want to dive into that.
Yes.
Oh, just wait. They're going to start talking about GIFs.
The community team have been very hard at work creating an official Giphy page for Honor. We have many hundreds, plural, of GIFs that we have been working on over the course of the past few months. Major shout out to Colin Mark and Brian Dixon from the community team for helping put these together. A lot of hours went into creating these. Again, hundreds of GIFs for you to use. We will be sure to post the link to the Giphy page once it launches soon. So definitely be on the lookout for that. And peruse through the list of GIFs and all that fun stuff because they're cool. Yeah.
They're really cool, honestly. I'm really excited to see the fruition of all this because it looks so good. Major shout out. One other thing I wanted to touch on real quick is the skill challenge series that we have going on with Marco Yolo. This is our Zero to Hero workout to help you improve skills that maybe you need to shore up on. You can jump around, check them all out over at our YouTube at youtube.com/Ubisoft Game Plan.
That's what I do.
NFTs. Work through what we got going on there. It's a really useful
they can't do that.
Tool in your arsenal. Feel free to hop on over and check that out. But now got something really exciting to show you guys. This amazing bit of artwork.
Oh wow!
1,000 hours went into this, thanks to our Leverity. It was a
cool.
collaborative work. But I mean,
this looks insane. Like the fact that I can't draw stick figures and there are individuals out there that can do stuff like this.
This is so cool.
I'm very jealous. Like look at
this.
I couldn't even do like a portion of this. I'm very in awe of this entire piece. Again,
yeah, I saw when they posted it on the Reddit. Oh man,
yeah, that's pretty sick.
Each hero to every aspect of this artwork. I'm very impressed. So definitely, round of applause.
Seriously, big old shout out to everyone involved in this, and big old shout out to our Leverity.
Is that it though? I didn't even see Raider.
Putting this all together. I guess
it's only like
super cool.
A certain amount of heroes.
Oh, I love it.
But still, that looks crazy.
We know why
alternate
you're here.
material
Who is the new
improvement?
hero?
Question mark.
It's not a Viking nor a samurai.
It's a knight.
Maybe.
Dude.
We're going to talk a little about the TU2 and more coming up here with Jan and Nico. So we'll see you guys in a minute.
Ready for
I'd
the
lose it if it was a... There's no way.
New knight.
Yeah, alternate material improved. Yeah, I've seen that now. You guys are ahead of me. Year 6, dude! It's confirmed.
Welcome back, Warriors, and
it's confirmed.
To Nico.
Let's go!
And
Holy
for
crap!
Being here today.
All right, are we watching on Twitch?
Good. How are you?
Well, you guys are
doing
like 15
just
seconds ahead of
fine.
me.
Thank you very much for asking. Super stoked to get into what we have to talk about today.
I'm switch to YouTube.
We got a little sneak peek for what's to come.
I have Twitch on my phone
Nico,
so that I can
dive into it. Tell us what's going on, man.
Interact with it.
So yeah, big announcements today, right? And obviously the first big thing that we want to talk about is our new hero, our second new hero this year. The pirate, everybody has guessed it by now, I suppose, coming in
this year.
The one thing, though, that still remains to be revealed is what faction this pirate is going to be a part of. And surprise, surprise, she's not going to be a knight.
No, I wanted a knight, dude.
Or a Viking.
Whoa.
Anything to not give a new Viking or introducing a new group.
It's a new faction
that is going to set things in motion for year 6.
Oh shit, dude!
Coming back for year 6.
Oh,
with, new content, new journey, a lot of things, and we're super excited, super stoked about this year 6 because the Outlanders are going to be a huge element for us to sort of expand the world of Heathmore. They're coming from beyond
so
the land
they're
that
Outlanders?
we've been traditionally exploring.
Oh my
so we're
gosh,
be using those Outlanders
this is
to
amazing.
Explore different cultures.
Is this a new faction?
Yeah. So year 6 could be the new heroes
and
with this faction, which
we bring to you guys.
Oh my gosh. That's sick.
Absolutely awesome. I love the logo for the
and that's
Outlanders.
And
cool?
So it's Outlanders, new faction, boys.
Jan, for you, let's go ahead and get into the narrative aspect.
Oh,
who are they?
I did not expect that, dude. I did not expect that.
Right. Well, first of all, thank you for having me. It's my first time being here. I'm glad to be part of it.
Dude, that explains the glitch.
In the last season, Frozen Shores,
in the hero selection screen.
What
do you mean?
Who came aboard this
if you went past Zanhu, it would go blank.
What was going to happen?
You can select a hero,
Finally,
then it would go over to Warden.
Hero stepping off the boat.
I did not know that.
Coming to Heathmore. So who are they? As Nico said, they're not Viking, they're not Booyan, they're not Knight or Samurai. They're the first of this new group we call the Outlanders.
The Outlanders.
And the Outlanders, well, they're free adventurers and explorers. They're not a faction per se, but more of a group of warriors from different backgrounds and cultures. So the first hero of the group is the pirate, and as players will see, she's not interested in covenants or factions.
I mean, what's her name now? I don't want to keep saying pirate.
All else is
Outlanders.
Well,
her name, also, like individually.
This quest, they're going on a quest for treasure, basically, and this quest for treasure, it leads to the unveiling of ancient relics. And that's what's going to set year 6 in motion.
Lost Horizons.
It's going to unveil the secret past of Heathmore, and really it's going to unveil the Heathmore's Lost Horizons.
Lost Horizons. Chills,
that
dude.
description sends shivers down my spine. I'm very excited.
That's
Right?
I'm very excited for the Outlanders.
Did not expect
But
that.
Nico, let's go ahead and kick it back to you and kind of start talking about the content of Year 6 and like what are some things that our players
New
expect
skins.
Once the season starts rolling.
You're in the
out?
future, James.
Sure. So,
sorry.
the big new element that we're bringing in Year 6 is going to be hero skins. What are hero skins?
Yeah.
Well, they're a brand new
Hero
customization
skins.
element for traditional heroes. Think about these as brand new, ready-to-wear skins that will explore different kinds of identities for the traditional heroes you've grown, familiar with.
You gotta show me details.
These skins, we are planning to bring one per season. They're going to be, each season one skin for one hero. So it's going to be something that we'll be building over time. And stay tuned.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Well,
they gotta show us what it looks like because I don't even. I mean, they say skins, but is that like battle outfits in a way, or like
all of these? Cool
we need more
skins,
loadouts, though.
You can expect also a lot of new gameplay updates. The game is still, very unique.
It is.
For Honor is this very unique combat game in the industry. So our commitment to maintaining and improving that experience is going to be driving us forward in Year 6. So you can expect testing grounds coming in again every season to bring in different core gameplay updates, balancing updates. On top of that, on the event front, the Covenant games are going to coming back.
Okay.
The Covenant games, nice.
Along with new surprises that will be announcing
new heroes
as we go. And finally,
hold on.
two new heroes in Year 6. But as we said, we're bringing the Outlanders along. We're going to need to grow their ranks. So these two new heroes are not going to be from traditional factions. They're going to be Outlanders. And this is how we're going to be increasing the diversity on our roster, explore different cultures and fight styles.
I like it,
to
dude.
really bring and expand the world of For Honor in Year 6. So
I'll take it, man. I'll take it.
In Year 6,
I got excited because I hear two new heroes.
Thank you for all that amazing information, Nico and Ian, and thank you for being here on the Warriors.
Bug, hi, bro. What's going on, man?
Sure. Thanks, Lawrence.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Thanks for having us.
So
that's
we know
big.
you're raring to go for Year 6, but we do have to ask.
Just
for
wish
a
they would do a
little bit of
sequel for
patience
this.
at the moment
Yeah,
as we get everything
but I don't know.
finalized and good
This
to
is
go.
looking good.
However, in the meantime,
So this is
if
like
you
the
are
mercenary
interested,
faction we've
we
been
should be
talking
dropping
about.
two links
Yeah.
in chat. One for the Year 6 article and one for the FAQ on the Outlanders. That should give you a little more insight into what we've got going on and coming up for the future. Year 6 launches on March 17th. And trust me, we are super excited to be able to share this amazing little bit of stuff we've got going on.
Now, is that
with
March
you guys.
17th, or is it halfway through the season
note,
and then release the new
Thank
hero?
you all so much.
That's
for
what I'm.
These amazing 5 years you've given us in For Honor.
Oh,
it's been
dude.
just a pleasure working with this
That's
community. It's been wonderful having you guys around. I mean, the community, it builds this game up amazingly, and we love having you guys here. So thank you from the bottom of our hearts for being here with us. But we do have something really important to show you guys. Something you've all been waiting for. So without further ado, the hero trailer for the pirate.
Ooh.
I have chills.
Who am I, you ask? And who do I stand with? Covenants? Factions? You think too much. Look, I've got a good blade, a few tricks up my sleeve,
Gun.
and a nice crew. Call me an outlander, if you like. Stop asking. More fighting, mate.
That's undodgeable. She has a gun. Oh, wow.
Ooh. Okay. I see.
That's an execution. 100%.
Oh, I like that.
Definitely gonna have the mix-ups with the gun. This is pretty sick. Oh, you see her foot? That's her fourth beat right there.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Well,
whoa.
Until we meet again.
Ooh,
Get ready.
that's really good.
Because you're in for a wild ride.
No way. Pirate hero, like. Dude, that was sick.
That was pretty good.
Her
what a sick trailer. I'm super excited for the Pirate Hero. And
she like spit fire on her sword or made it
JC, Jeremy, and Ian, you are
I can see that being like a first feed or something.
Den. Welcome, fellas. How are you doing?
Pretty good. What about you?
Very good.
I am doing very, very well. Again, that trailer was super awesome. But yeah, let's go ahead and start talking about some of the things that are coming with the Pirate Hero. Let's talk about the general concept behind the pirate. She does have a shooty thing, which is a
shooting thing
for honor for a hero. So JC, why don't you go ahead and take us away?
Yeah.
They took Shinobi's rage away, so
it's the first time we have a character that has a pistol. That's kind of cool, right? So she has a cutlass and a pistol. It's also the first time that we have a character that has two completely distinct weapons. I think the closest we've had was Peacekeeper with like a sword and a dagger type of thing, but now it's really like two completely different weapons. It's pretty interesting. And it's also interesting to note that the character is locked to a single body type. So she's our little pirate, and she's pretty cool. As you see her wielding that cutlass and that pistol again, the way she plays is really interesting. Really mixes up the usage of the pistol and the cutlass constantly, uses them in combos and to fights and a bunch of different things.
I knew it.
So it's super cool.
To use it in
it feels
fights.
really different. So I'm like, I'm
they
really
can
excited for people
BP
to try it
flip
out.
the gun.
And there's also a couple of little
anything but a guard break, right?
We'll talk about it a little bit later.
That's funny.
In regards to how she plays, I think it's pretty cool too that like. It's clear that with the introduction of the Outlanders, that the samurai, the knights, the Vikings, and all these people, they're not alone anymore.
That's fine.
Or never were, actually. So it's kind of interesting to have that.
Whenever they said
last
no
but
more
not least,
gender lock.
people are going to be hyped with this hero. We're making sure that we have cosmetic rewards available through a free event pass that will launch with the launch of the hero. I know Jamie's going to talk a little bit more about cosmetics in a while, but it's pretty interesting. So I'm really hyped about the hero.
Me too. Now let's jump on over to the narrative side with Ian. I know you are, like I said, you are new to the Warriors Den, but let's go ahead and start talking about the pirates. Let's talk about, or like the pirate hero. Let's talk about the Outlanders, and kind of the inspiration that the pirate hero kind of takes inspiration from. By all means, go ahead and you have the floor.
Thank you very much. All right. So first and foremost, let's be clear: the pirates. They're not a faction per se. They're a group. They are.
Subunit, she general locked. Yes, I think
she is.
They don't
have a home save for their
she
ship,
is.
And they don't have a family save for their crew. They're this tight unit. They found each other out on the seas in the past years, and they formed this strong bond under the leadership of their captain, Booyan. Booyan is our main pirate hero, and as some players previously guessed and theorized online, she was partly inspired by Zheng Yisao, also known as Qing Shi. Sorry if I messed up the pronunciation there a little bit, but she was a pirate queen from the early 1800s. So yeah, Booyan is the main pirate hero. She's of Chinese origin, but she is not a Wulin. When she was young, she lost her entire family in the Wulin Civil War, and because of this, she has no allegiance to the Wulin or to anyone else, really. She grew up as an orphan on the seas. She gained knowledge, skills, and a killer edge, all in the name of survival. She grew up alone, so along the way, she's picked up this crew of like-minded individuals. She gave them a home, and now they've arrived in Heathmore. And, you know, there might be bringing some mysterious relics along with them that will drive the narrative of Year 6 forward. So finally, Booyan and the Pirates, let's call them a subgroup of the Outlanders. In the same way that all thumbs are fingers, but not all fingers are thumbs, all pirates are Outlanders, but not all Outlanders are pirates. The pirates are just the first hero of the Outlanders, and there is so much more to come.
Ooh, a little teaser.
Yeah, a little tease for the future of Year 6. You have
maybe.
Ooh.
Interesting.
All right, Jeremy, let's go ahead and move on over to you. So, since we are introducing a pirate hero, obviously we're going to have some pirate-themed armor variations and weapons. So let's go ahead and take a look at these.
Yes, absolutely. Hello, everyone. On the art side, like Jan was saying, the pirate traveled a lot. So the first set is really focusing on that backstory of the character. So she traveled a lot. She's looting stuff here and there across the world, and you will see there is some reference from the Chinese, yes, but also from the different culture that we have in our game. So really, it's not a mix and match, but you can see that there is some reference from all of the culture in the game. After that, the second set, we went with something a bit more formal, I would say. There is still different inspiration from different culture, but like you can see, it's a bit more formal.
I like that dragon one.
A bit more ornamentation on it. So that's what we went for the second set.
Yeah, that dragon one is sick.
And the third set, it's really a mix between the Viking and the sea culture.
Oh, that one's pretty good too.
A bit crazy on the pirate fantasy. You will find a lot of pirate element.
I'm making a Jack Sparrow set.
And really, that was the goal with this last one. So like you're seeing, each of them you have like two different versions of it. So once it's the coat that is on or off. Sometimes it's the bandana. Sometimes it's the hat. So there are small difference here and there. But the most important thing is really the fact that the team color and the alternative material are not applied at the same area.
Not a lot.
So it's going to give a lot of freedom for the player to customize their character how they want it to look like. So that's really awesome. One last thing is Andrew was mentioning to me that not all of them, so not all of those visuals, but some of them, you will be able to apply the alternative material on the ending part of the hairs. So it's going to give a bit more
interesting
once again. So for those of you who are a bit trendy and that you want to customize the hair of your parrot, you will be able to do it. So with this release, we're having 14 different visuals that will be released, and we will have 4 additional ones that will come later in the coming TUs.
Beautiful. I love a good pirate hat. I guess also we have some pirate weapon variations to look at as well.
Yes, absolutely. So we have the weapons, like GC said, we have the blade, the guard, and also the pistol. Those weapon is called a cutlass. Once again, we're starting with very simple version. I would say the designs are, I wouldn't say basics, but like we're using more wood, rusty iron. And as we go more, we are going with some more exotic and some more fancy designs. So this time we're going to have 4 basic weapons, 3 advanced, 3 heroic, 3 epic, and 5 legendary. So the more we go, the more we're trying to integrate some leather, also some gold, some silver, some jade. You will see there's also some paint here and there on the more epic and legendary one, and really. Around the legendary one, you will start to see some sea monsters, some patterns also that are a bit more.
Okay, that one's subjectively better than the others.
A bit more exotic. So really, it's a nice variety, I would say.
Oh wow! Yeah,
really
that's
the design.
Yeah, that design is crazy. That red design, oh my gosh!
The past of Booyan.
Wow.
If players want to keep an eye out,
that's all I'm excited about. Yeah,
they could connect the dots and figure out where she's been and what she's been up to.
That's crazy. That looks. That's sick.
You've been on the show once.
Oh, that third row.
2 teases for all types of things. I am here for it. One thing I wanted to mention is just like. It makes sense for a lot of these weapons to have like rust on them or like water spots.
I feel like her weapons are going to be disproportionately clean looking,
having that little element
opposed to her gear.
Bring things together that like all that much more, and it's
because there's only 2 rows of gear,
though. Brilliant.
True.
Awesome.
They
but
also
these weapon
get
sets look
4 more.
crazy.
But there you have it. That is the narrative aspect of the Pirate
I mean, I
Hero
like the
and
weapon
Outlanders.
sets. That looks
weapon sets are nice.
And
yeah.
of course, the cosmetics.
That's second row and
the
third
rest of
row.
Gentlemen, thank you so much
see the
for
rest of those
stopping
armor
by on the show
variations they
and
were talking about for
the
the
TU2 a little
pirate
bit,
character.
talking about Pirate Hero and all the little fun things that come with her.
I just want to see
change her hair.
Here we go. Don't go anywhere because you and I actually have some gameplay.
Her hair material.
Isn't that right?
Oh, yes, indeed.
Well, just before we go, I just want to mention that this character is a huge effort, but it's really a collective effort. A lot of people are working on this from the Montreal team, but also from the Chengdu team. So really on the art side, the design side, the animation side, all of it. I want to say a huge congrats to the team because we're always trying to push the boundaries. And
yeah, they're definitely pushing the boundaries with this.
So can't wait to
new
see
faction.
the player to enjoy that
year 6
confirmed.
But it's a lot.
I'm pretty
I
sure
was not expecting that at all.
Really like it.
Congrats, everybody. That was amazing.
Yeah,
that's
fire hose to everyone who worked on this.
Pirate hats off.
I like you. I need to have you on more often. But just as a reminder, folks, the Pirate Hero will be available on January 27th, and there will be a 2-week period, and then the hero will be available for Steel. So definitely be on the lookout for that. But with that being said, don't go anywhere. We're going to get into the hero gameplay right after this.
Yep.
So we'll be right back.
Give it to me.
All right.
Yeah, I'm ready.
I still want to see the alternate material improvement.
Yeah.
That's other than the hero gameplay. Cosmetics and in-game realization.
Warriors, welcome back to the show, and I am joined by a fan favorite. You know him, you love him. JC, how are you doing, my friend?
I'm doing great. How about yourself?
I'm doing awesome. So we just went over all of the narrative stuff for the new hero. We've talked about the inspiration, all that stuff.
It's
gameplay time.
Yeah.
You excited?
I'm really excited.
I'm really excited myself. So we're actually gonna do something a little bit different. So usually what we'll do, we'll kind of have like a panel, and kind of just go over the videos and kind of talk over them. But instead, JC will actually be playing with Francis and going through the movesets, the feats, all of that fun stuff, and then we'll come back here and we'll kind of talk about what we saw, any last-minute thoughts, and then we'll kick it to the next segment.
Awesome.
But to start off, if you had to choose 3 words to describe the new hero, which ones would you choose?
So I'm gonna cheat here a little bit. It's gonna be a tiny bit more than 3 words, but let's get ahead. So first one is easy to play. So we really worked hard to make a hero that was accessible, right? So if you're playing with this pirate hero, you're gonna find that most of what you're wanting to do, like input-wise and stuff, is gonna work. We spent a lot of time on this to make sure that the flow was good and it was easy to play. But also, not necessarily doesn't mean that because it's easy that it's that it doesn't have any depth. So the second thing I would like to go towards is more versatility. So we also tried to make a hero that was very versatile, which means that it's not about the amount of options that she has, but more something around the fact that she has a lot of different options available at all times. Generally, when you have a look at her fight kit, you'll notice that she has like dodge attacks and a bunch of different little things. But most of the time, you can branch out to any of her attacks from pretty much anything. So that's kind of interesting. We really wanted to make a hero that had a really interesting flow, but was really versatile within that flow and have a lot of different options depending on your situation.
Oh, no.
And last but not least is mobility. Being a pirate, we really wanted her to be mobile as well.
Easy to play.
That translates quite a bit with how far,
Versatile.
what kind of range she has a lot in her chains, right? So as you'll see in the video where we'll be playing, she has an infinite chain that's a little bit different from what other
map
heroes
is
have.
Harbor,
So that's gonna be
but with like Northern Lights.
A cool thing there, but at the same time, you'll see that
map
there's a lot of whenever she does like target swap through different attacks, she moves quite a bit in between, so you can use
Since
her in
Black
group
Friar,
fight
we
with
haven't
your
had a new
opponents
map.
and all bunched up and be able to
2019.
go against multiple opponents and actually be able to hit them properly.
Damn.
Absolutely awesome. So now this is the first For Honor character that we have that has a pistol. It's like a kind of like a flintlock. So what are like some other things that make her stand out, and make her unique to For Honor?
Yeah. So like you said, she has a pistol. So she's the first character that we have that has 2.
I cannot pronounce your name, but hey, how's it going?
We had heroes before that had 2 weapons, but they're generally pretty similar. with her wielding a cutlass and a pistol. It's a little bit different. She has a bunch of moves that end up using the pistol. Don't worry though, like we're not in a shinobi type of situation where you can get shot constantly from off screen. That's out of the window there, but it should be good. Yeah, so she has that, and there's another little surprise that we have in store with her that I'll leave for in the video, but should be pretty interesting there.
I'm excited to get into the video. So again, just to recap, JC and Francis are gonna go through the Pirates moveset, feats, all that fun stuff, and then we'll come back.
Easy to play.
And then we'll
nice
wrap
gameplay.
Up this
you
segment.
pro?
So without further ado,
I don't
enjoy.
think I'm pro.
All right, so hey everybody.
All right, let's go.
Welcome back. I'm JC. I'm here with Francis.
Hello.
Yeah, so we're gonna show you a bit how the pirate hero functions.
No static guard. That's good.
So like I spoke about before, there was like 3 main pillars we're using for this character. One of them was, that she's easy to play. So that translates for us in this case with having a rather small moveset, but ones that's quite effective. We also want her to be versatile, so you'll be able to see how that works being versatile in that she has a lot of depth. So even though her moveset is quite small, with a lot of her options, you have a lot of different attacks you can perform at a lot of different times, which is kind of interesting. It makes her very, very versatile. Maybe like you're going to be, in this situation I want to use this or this or that, so it's kind of interesting there. And we also want her to be mobile, which means that in a lot of cases, she moves quite a bit when she performs her moves. That lets you like reach
dodgeable chain light.
In group fights.
Oh, they're talking about honor now.
So, first...
that shit's been dead since last season 1.
All right, here we go.
Oh,
because you guys are in the future.
There we go.
Other.
All right, so let's
undodgeable lights. Okay.
So first off, her chains, rather simple. She has light into light. From any direction. You'll notice that second light there is undodgeable.
Yeah, that's nice.
She has light to heavy.
Oh no.
Also notice that
hyper armor?
Is also armored.
Nice.
There.
Not too much damage.
To light and heavy to heavy. So
her heavy startup is
right?
mad
Pretty
slow
simple.
though.
We're good to go.
Yeah.
The interesting thing the hero has is that after every single heavy attack, you can hit the guard break button and you're gonna get a pistol blast, which uses the pistol in her left hand. So if we're going, if the heavy attack hits like this, the guard break button
that's sick.
Shoots a guaranteed shot. So that bullet.
It's guaranteed.
If your heavy attack landed, the
pistol
blast is always guaranteed. However, if the attack is blocked, we have this one that is dodgeable.
Oh, whoa.
So if Francis gets hit by it, you'll see we shoot the opponent in the stomach, but that attack is dodgeable, so that works quite well. The other thing that's interesting to note is that the pistol blast itself initiates chains. So I can go into heavy, pistol blast, into heavy, pistol blast, into light, for example, right? Which is pretty interesting.
Too crazy.
So
Not too crazy.
An infinite chain that has to alternate between heavy and bash. The gunshot is considered, the pistol blast is considered to be a bash, so it's kind of interesting there. So that works quite well. The next thing we want to look out for is she also has an attack which is called Walk the Plank, which is performed by holding down on the left stick and pressing heavy. You can do that after any single attack, and it'll impale your opponent, and then there's multiple options out of it, right?
Oh, she's brutal.
You can do this, impale your opponent. And you saw that.
That's pretty cool. That's 30 damage.
To the face there. So there's 3 different options.
That is pretty slow, though. You got to keep in mind.
Do nothing like this. Knees,
depends on if it's feignable or not.
I don't think it is.
Well, you got to think. You got to make a read if she's going to do her. Undodgeable.
Press guard break here for a quick gunshot.
Or which undodgeable she's doing.
And what's also interesting here is that gunshot also initiates chains. So I can go gunshot into a heavy. Keep going, do all that kind of cool stuff. So like that flow there is really interesting. It works quite well. That move can be used to gank. It works really, really well. And last but not least, you can dodge out of it to avoid other opponents. So that's kind of like the gist of that attack. On top of that, we have dodge for the heavy. Dodge for the heavy is the first time we do something like this. The move itself is rather slow.
Can you feign it?
It's unblockable.
Can you feign it?
Unblockable, nature's wrath.
So it's
can you feign it though? That's the thing.
Sorry?
So it's a spicy one, right?
Yeah, it's really, really spicy. It's pretty interesting.
Okay.
And on top of that, to make sure that it works well, it also soft feints to guard break.
Oh, soft feint into GB.
Keen
That's
eyes
sick.
will notice that it
So
soft feints
it's
a
not a
fast
Nature's
version
Wrath.
of a guard break, the one that we usually use after a feint. So this way,
I don't know how I feel about
you
that.
can go like that really, really quickly. That soft feint also applies to the walk the plank as well. So those are two soft feint that she has here. Helps you defeat opponents that try to dodge, that sort of stuff, and parry attempts as well. She also has side dodge heavy attacks. These are heavies, so again, you can go into your pistol blast afterwards, like before. Pretty cool. And last but not least, we have her sprint attack, which is like this. Works well, has a big trajectory, kind of interesting. It also initiates chains and can go into pistol blast as well. And then her zone attack, which is it's not the fastest one, but it also initiates chains.
I don't think this looks too bad.
So you can go into your heavies, your lights,
dodge cancel,
your walk the plank, whatever you like.
You could just chain into everything though. I like it's just really fluid.
And the last
like
thing we want to showcase for the hero's moveset is that she can dodge cancel out of everything, kind of like what we have on Orochi and some other heroes. So after any attack, she can cancel the recovery with a dodge, even on miss. Works on this as well. So what's interesting in this case is that, let's say I land a light, I can go into dodge for the heavy if I'd like to, or I can go into side dodge heavy, or I can go into this move here. I can do whatever I like, right? So it's pretty interesting how like she's really, really, really mobile and versatile. Yeah. And that's what I meant. So after anything, whenever, if you're in a group fight, if you're in a 1v1 or whatever happens, you have a lot of her options at your disposal after any attack that you land. So it's pretty interesting how she can go really wide.
I wonder if you can parry the gunshot though,
but still keep the pressure on opponents.
No, it's a bash.
It's slippery.
It was a joke.
When I was talking about the range as well, you can see that those heavies.
That does go kind. Oh my. Okay. All right. That just made it a little bit worrying.
The same applies to a pistol
blast.
Well,
makes me super far. They need to reach track.
The goal of this is to be able to target swap.
They need to fix the tracking for
be able to reach them.
Other heroes.
Her attacks have quite nice trajectories.
She can get backstep, light or heavy. It just
works really well. Okay, so now let's just do a quick showcase of what kind of things she can do, right? So let's go.
What about like a parry option?
Okay, that executes. All right.
And with a little execution right there.
That's pretty sick.
That looks really sick. Okay.
I'm gonna hold my judgment till I play against him.
Like even with this, what I find interesting is that I was able to chain a bunch of different things that normally I wouldn't be able to. I started with a light, and
a lot of mix-ups.
Whole chain ended up.
A lot of mix-ups. It's gonna be gross, and she can dodge cancel everything. So
I think the dodge cancel's gotta go. But other than that,
move on to feats.
Feats. Here we go.
A little bit how the feats function. All right, so let's talk feats. Francis, want to run through the pirate's feats?
Yeah, for sure. So first feat for pirate is gonna be one called Armor Piercing Slug. So it's super simple. You're just gonna throw a bullet towards your enemy. When it hits, it's going to do a defense debuff and deal direct damage. Pretty simple.
Kind of slow. So that's reactable.
From neutral.
Yeah.
Slower than
damage?
Pugio.
10.
So it's pretty interesting too, because that feat is that feat actually lets you do range damage, right? Which is one of the things that we didn't want to have.
How far damage though?
On demand at all times, but you can still perform range attacks a little bit with her pistol.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
So for feat 2, we have a feat called Pocket Bomb. This one is also pretty simple. You just throw a bomb at somebody. It has a small radius, and it deals also damage when it impacts. It also has a really cool animation. So
that's not too bad.
You can do that one.
Let's have a look.
That's not that bad. That's 25 damage though, if that connects.
Exactly. So for feat 3, this one is I think
that's
a cool one. I don't think we have something in the game right now. It's called Trick Shot, and it's basically a projectile that will bounce on contact to another close target. And that feat can bounce up to 3 times, considering the initial target. It's a 4 attack if all the enemies are in the vicinity. So we can showcase that one.
All right. So let's look. So I'm gonna shoot it at the Yorm here, courtesy of Benjamin, that you guys know from the Warriors Den a bunch of times. So
whoa,
it's pretty interesting.
that's pretty nice.
the Yorm and then bounce the Kyoshin.
But if you miss it, then of course it's not going to
damage
hit.
and apply
Or it's not going to bounce or whatever.
Exactly.
You gotta hit one person.
That, this may sound like
that's good in the
strong,
team
but
fight,
you can
though.
also dodge it at any
It's still
point
kind of
to
slow.
stop the ricochet from
It's
happening.
reactable, I think.
So if you can do it
Yeah.
again.
Not if you target somebody who's not locked onto you.
That's true.
Oh,
Or if
in
you
a
come
team
in.
fight.
Okay, so what's interesting there is how many targets can it hit?
So it's 4 targets, right? So we say it's 3 bounces
War target
with the
attack.
first target. So basically, just
Yeah, team
keep
fight.
in
If you're
mind
not
that
looking,
it's a
dude, and it
4-target
connects,
attack.
it's
But at any point, right, if you're
and you're
dodging,
bleeding.
you're just
on
gonna
top
stop
of it.
the
That's
ricochet
gonna
from
get
happening,
nerfed.
Okay.
I
to
can
other
tell.
targets.
Yeah.
Can it hit minions? Can it do any of that
It
stuff?
can't hit minions. It can hit yourself or other allies, but it won't bounce or ricochet from an ally or whatnot. It can hit the king in breach, and I don't think it can hit the guardian.
Okay. All right.
But that's
All right. So what about feat 4?
This one looked like a mini catapult or something.
It's I mean, I'm just gonna let you showcase it.
Yeah.
Just because it looks super
Or
cool.
a ranged
All right,
Yorm.
so let's go.
So,
and it knocks down.
Basically, Jormungandr's tier 4, but shootable, right? You don't get the armor
Jormungandr
from
maids are coping
the
so hard.
Jormungandr. This can also hit the pirates, so you want to be
cool.
sure to use
It does
in
take
a more strategic
a
way
bit
than
of
just
time
using
to
it
hit to
when
land,
you're
though.
inside of the AoE.
Yeah, you can't just come up and just
it will also bump
throw
the
your
allies.
feet out. I mean,
But dude, again, you can do that in a team fight.
Whoever's in
Stand
there.
back.
So that's pretty
But
cool.
if you're not looking
Yeah,
at the
that's
ground
pretty
in a
interesting,
team
yeah.
fight, what are you doing?
So is your feet
Well,
on
I mean,
cooldown?
When fourth
my
feats are
fourth
active.
one is in cooldown, but I
But
can do my
like,
third one.
you know, how often does Yorm's tier 4 land, you know?
So let's go.
Think about
Man, I
it.
didn't
Get people
dodge.
clustered,
So bloopers,
use
I
the
guess.
T4,
It's all
knock
good.
them down,
Okay.
use the tier
So,
3.
Yeah.
So
No,
when I was introducing the heroes and stuff, I noticed that
You could insta-kill,
I actually
like,
said it, that we have
whole team.
little surprise in store for players with the Pirates feat. So can you tell us a little bit more about it?
Yeah, I think this is something we're pretty proud of. It's not a new tech per se, but it's something that's been incorporated into the whole hero. What you're going to be able to do with this character is at any point when you're able to use your pistol blast, you can just use a feat instead.
I don't know.
Just to swap it out. You say, I don't want to use pistol blast, I want to use my trick shot, and maybe hit the first target and then hit the other targets to protect yourself. It's all doable with this tech.
Okay. So if I understand correctly, anytime I use a pistol blast, so basically if I do this, right? So
Yeah,
instead of that
you're
pistol
going to be
blast,
able to use the feat.
I can use my feet. Okay, so that's pretty cool.
wow.
So let's see what it looks like, right? So I'm going to be on you, I'm going to throw a heavy, and then I'm going to go into the
Part
feet
of her
instead doing
moveset.
pistol blast.
Exactly.
That.
Oh, wow. Okay.
All right.
That works quite well.
It's 5 more damage though. I mean, that's
Can we
30.
do it to feet 2 and 4, right? Because they're not
Yes.
gunshots.
So we can even use them with feet 2 and 4.
Okay.
The only difference is it's not quote unquote guaranteed.
Okay.
If you're hitting, right?
So let me give it a
Because
shot.
yeah. So here I could have dodged and
You
rolled
could have dodged
away
it,
or
okay.
whatnot.
That's
but
pretty
you can
cool.
still
You
use
use
the
your
pinching,
feet
which is
in
Okay.
your
I
mix-up.
think too,
That's different.
What's interesting as well is I can target swap them, right?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be on Ben here. I'm gonna do heavy target swap, and then I'm gonna go into my feet 3. Oh wow. Okay. This is actually pretty interesting, right?
Yeah,
Like
that's
it feels quite strong.
different.
I can go into my feet 4 as well. We can showcase it. It's dodgeable stuff, right? So we can go.
That's a big radius though. Is that the same
Heavy
radius
jumps
as
out a little bit of damage to me
Yorm's?
as well.
I didn't,
Exactly.
Really?
That's pretty cool.
Just about.
I don't know.
Is there another
It looked
little
a
trick
lot
to those feats?
bigger.
Because
I
that's
don't know.
already
Oh,
pretty
maybe.
cool tech,
Yeah,
right?
I don't know. Maybe not.
Yeah. Can
okay.
you tell me about that?
Yeah. So what's interesting also I find with these feats is that not only can you use them in your chains, they also
It continues your
initiate
chain?
chains, just like
All
the pistol
right.
blast, right? So I
I'm
can go
starting to see
heavy
this is a little bit.
into feet into heavy again afterwards.
See, that's what I'm saying,
Which
man. In team
is
fights,
super interesting because
She's gonna
normally
be
like we wouldn't
deadly.
really have feats that not only we can use in chains.
I like
we've
it.
had it a little bit.
I think it's creative.
a little
I
tactical
I
feat,
can't
and
knock
It is.
that.
chain into her 4th feet after pretty much every single attack. It's just not very well known or used. But this is the first time that we actually put it as a big part of a character's fight kit, being able to do that sort of stuff. So it's kind of interesting, right? So I can go like this, like that. That's pretty cool. All right.
Yeah, so it's going to be great to see, how like all the plays the pirates are going to be able to do. Maybe we're going to sit on social medias. So I can't wait for that.
Yeah, that should be super interesting. Okay, so one last thing I want to showcase real quick, because it's something that we haven't really seen much, is that so before when I was showcasing the pirates pistol blast, so you have this guaranteed pistol blast after a heavy, right? So what happens if you want to target swap? So this is the first time we've also done this, which is if you stay on the same target and your heavy attack hits and you press guard break, the hit is going to be guaranteed on your main target. However, if you target swap, instead of keeping on your target and doing the guaranteed hit on that target, you're actually able to do target swap and go into the other pistol blast like this, right? So this is pretty interesting also, because that we really wanted the character to be able to weave in between opponents quite a bit in group fights. That gunshot, the pistol blast is like 500 milliseconds, so it's super quick. It's hard to react to in group fights, so you really need to be aware when you're fighting her, when you're outnumbering her, to be able to fight well and to be aware of what can be coming. So that's it for the Pirate Hero. We hope you enjoyed this little thing. We're going back to the regular.
That's pretty cool though, because if you use the feats like individually, like
and just like that,
doing it's not
here once
that
again.
powerful.
JC, that was a great
in
video.
the mix-up,
I really appreciate you and Francis kind of walking through all of that stuff.
That's pretty
cool.
interesting.
So, before we wrap up, there's a couple more questions, just kind of based off the hero. What are some existing heroes that I could be playing right now in For Honor that would make the transition to playing the pirate hero a lot easier?
Yeah, so we really built this hero so that she would have a bunch of little parts from a bunch of different characters that could work well. You can transition from. One of them is Peacekeeper. If you're used to playing Peacekeeper, you have the deep gouges whenever you land a heavy. You can do that quick dagger thing. So the pirate hero has the same with her guns, with her pistols. So that's pretty strong. Also, if you play Zanhu quite a bit, you'll be familiar with the dodge cancels, being able to cancel all your recoveries into dodges to give yourself more mobility. A bit better, like a mix of options as well. That's pretty strong.
It's my wife.
If you're familiar with Gladiator,
tell her to calm down. It's like I'm kidding.
To his skewer, where she can impale her opponents, do like a bunch of them follow-ups, help in ganks. So
you're fine.
Generally, if you know these three heroes, you should be good to go. She has like I said, a bit of everything, so it's kind of interesting there.
And since she's such a versatile hero, how would you say that she would fit inside of like a team comp? And like this is, just whether it's regular gameplay, esports, stuff like that.
Yeah. So generally, like we view her as a kind of a jack of all trades, master of none type of thing, where she can do she can do a lot of different. She has a lot of different options. She can compete in a lot of different spots. But generally, we also try to push her more towards what we have at the super high level, which is a lot of like group fights. So she has a lot of tools to compete in group fights, so that's quite good. Whether you're outnumbered or you're outnumbering with all of her different tools.
There's a lot of negativity already on the chat.
It's one of the few heroes that can actually do something with hitting a character one way and then be able to hit somebody else.
Oh yeah,
that's
super
further
toxic.
apart in a group fight that are trying to attack.
What are they
that's
saying?
trying to stay maybe a little bit out of your range.
You name it, man.
So those are kind of really interesting things that she has.
I mean, there's some positivity there, but
so I would really see her, I think, in in a lot of group fight focus.
They try something completely different in a unique hero. And
I'm very excited for the pirate hero.
Like, I can't knock that. Regardless what I think, I can't knock they're actually being creative with the kit. And
that's something they said it. They're gonna add in something that they never done before.
Thank you for going through that video and showing us all of the awesome stuff for the pirate hero. But Warriors, don't go anywhere. We will be right back.
All right.
Warriors, welcome back, and I am joined once again with Jeremy. Why did I say bye? Hi, Jeremy. How you doing?
Hello, I'm good, and you?
I'm doing pretty well. So we're gonna start. We're gonna talk about some of the cosmetics that are coming with the launch of the new hero, the Pirates of the Aurora cosmetics, and this will be running from January 27th to February 17th. So it is a time-limited thing, and we've got a free event pass. We've got a battle outfit here, the Forgotten Riches. And we also will have a mood effect called Riches of the Deep, as you see Black Prior here hanging out with his hot treasure, as I mentioned earlier. And then we also have an ornament that will be coming as well.
Hot treasure.
Riches, very squashbuckly. very piratey. Is that an eye patch on the skull there? I think.
Of course it is.
It is. Yeah, yeah. You have to have the classic eye patch. So yeah, these were all things that will be available from January 27th through February 17th.
Oh, that'll be a
free. Let's talk about some of the other things that will that'll be coming with.
I like the Northern Lights.
Of course, we always do like a menu kind of rollout. So why don't you go ahead and take the floor, Jeremy, and kind of talk to us about these things.
Absolutely. So by this time we're going, it's still in winter. In this studio, we're still in winter, but with the arrival of the parrot in the universe, we went a bit crazy with the Aurora Borealis. So like you can see, it was present in the main menu. It is also in the face-off. It is also in the landing page. And really you can see it's going to be all across the platform. For the world map, previously we could see that something was coming near the land, but now with the clouds
maybe they'll take over like a section or something.
That, okay, it's the boat, it's the parrot that are coming, and they are even reaching the land. So yeah, the pirates are here to stay, I would say. And then we have the mood board. Obviously, those were the inspiration for the realization we did in the map, but also in the menu. So what we're going to see right away. We started from those images to come up with this result. So
I mean,
the action is taking place in Arbor.
I know.
Like you can see, it's on a night
for the event.
On a night
no like new map, no
there's some snow, obviously. The parrot boat is really near the action now. Like you can see, the Aurora Borealis is all across the map. So wherever you are in the map, you will see the Aurora Borealis. Some parrots here and there that are hanging out, screaming stuff to the player. Here we can see the market that has been revised as well, with some parrots minion here and there. Here, and this is the amazing landscape that we can see with the boat and the sky. During this TU, we will have those new minions. So we're keeping the previous parrot minion that we had the TU before, but we're adding this one. So one side we're gonna have those visual, and in the other side it's gonna be a rotation that's gonna be for the three other visuals. So it's another parrot minion added to the roster.
Oh, they're new minions.
Awesome. Everything looks super sick. And
oh, here's the armor.
Some armor variations for already existing heroes. Very pirate themed stuff.
Absolutely. So yes, we have a new character, but we're not forgetting our other character this time. So we have really new designs for them. Like you can see, those are obviously with pirate related design. I would say there is a lot of materials, a lot of tattoos that have some exotic patterns, but compared to the previous batch, you will see that they are slightly more chaotic. I would say they are really badass. So that's why it's a bit more.
All of them. Come on.
It's a darker tone, like you can see. And even some of the characters,
I think not
all of them, but some of them, you will see that they have one blind
looks
eye.
like they added stitches
so obviously
and rings.
It's a parrot reference.
Or it's faded
as well. So I wanted to say a huge congrats to the Chengdu team who worked on them.
What I miss a lot, dude.
So once again, we succeed to
I would start from
some,
the very beginning.
Amazing content, and the player
wrap
will
it up
be really happy
when everything's over. But
I'm excited.
Basically, new hero, year 6,
We're actually going to go ahead and roll a video kind of showing like all of the armor variations, and after that, we'll be right back to talk about some improvement to materials.
Right. Don't say anything.
So enjoy the video and then don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Perfect. Bye-bye.
Oh boy. Here we go.
Alright.
Rings.
Done.
It's up.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, it's just during that. But that looks pretty cool. There's some that were underwhelming, but I liked Zerk's. Highlander looks pretty cool. Conquer looks kind of cool. I mean, Raiders was, I don't know, dude. I
hated all of them.
I hated all of them. there was a couple. I actually like Nusha's. Like, surprisingly,
Zerk looked pretty good.
Zerk was nice.
Warriors here with me today
but
to talk about
yeah,
some of the improvements that we're going to
they only appeal for edgy outfit design. You can't do anything with it. It's all dirty and nasty, and
it's been a year or two.
I don't know.
I believe, but
literally, like I said, stitches and rings. That's all that was.
Doing pretty good. I'm here to talk about some more technical stuff yet again, but it won't be classes this time around. So the gist of what's happening is that we've done some improvements to the way that the material system works. However,
I want to see this.
Explaining what those improvements were, even to the team, proved kind of difficult because nobody quite understands like the color theory behind all of this stuff.
Material for each, like.
So we figured, like since we're
part of the
releasing
armor,
this improvement
maybe?
anyway,
that's the only thing I can think of.
We may as well kind of like talk to the players about what it is. It actually isn't that difficult. It just sounds really complicated on paper. So I figured we'd discuss this directly on the Warriors Den.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Well, let's go ahead and jump into it, man.
Sounds good. So here's the thing. We're going to be talking about the way that colors blend. Now, this is a masterclass in color. It is not. We're just going to be, surfing over stuff. But the important part to understand is that there are different ways how colors can blend. What we're seeing here is the classic blending of RGB colors that gives you white. It's additive color mixing.
My eyes cannot take
that.
What
you see in old video game puzzles, or even when you're choosing your hair color and when you're editing a character or whatever. It's just, your red, your blue, your green mixing together gives you white. But it's not the only type of color mixing you can have. There's a bunch of different ways how colors can interact. If you grab some paint and you put it all together, you don't end up with white paint. You end up with this grayish brown sludge, So we have our own way how to interact with colorations with the way that the alternate materials work. This is it. It's the old coloration method. Essentially, the way that it worked is that whatever was gray, or as much as gray as possible, would pick up the alternate material color. And as you get away from gray, you start mixing less and less. And it is a very efficient way to do it. But the problem is that it's assuming that the alternate material color that you're putting on top of
I'm kind of lost.
Gray.
I'm not going to lie.
It's great for armors.
Maybe good for your Vikings and samurai. I think I get it.
Wood or adding it.
But are we going to be able to do this ourselves, or I mean,
well, it starts acting funky because
he's explaining it, and then he's going to show us what
it's whatever color was underneath.
I'm slow.
And a lot of our alternate armor sets also have different coloration.
Yep. He just said their armors aren't great.
Not actually all that great. They're kind of rusty and they're reddish. You can't really tell, but there's some red in there, and it's causing the coloration to look weird. Yep, so here we see the old coloration method that if you apply our colors on stuff that's not gray, see we have some green here that's showing up yellow because of background coloration. Or if we put some blue there, you end up with some pink. It doesn't look right, and that's why the alternate materials always didn't quite look right most of the time. You would choose a particular color, and unless the color was really bright, really saturated, and it would just drown those changes, you would end up with like slight discoloration that didn't look quite right. And not only that, it would cause us from not being able to use colors that were, more grayish because, the method mixed gray. So it wasn't working well. So we decided to go with a new method. The new coloration method, what it does is it essentially removes all the coloration before we slap our alternate material.
So it's going to look cleaner, I guess?
We're desaturating
it's going to look better
armor or the mesh or
on leathers and stuff
before putting our color in there, so that instead of having some blue here that's giving us some pink, you just end up with blue. It's a slightly more complicated way how to see a coloration method. It required us to to mix our colors using tints and stuff instead of using classic RGB, but it gives us a lot of power, and it permits us in this improvement to get the exact coloration that we want on our armor parts instead of having an approximate kind of color. This change is entirely retroactive, so everybody should look better all of a sudden that's using alternate materials. We can see some examples of that right up here right now. Everything that's the colors that are more muted and more close to gray are the ones that'll see the most benefits. This change is also going to permit us to make some of the colors that are not as blasted, super saturated, and go with, more natural colors that will mix better on our armors rather than go with like full white and full pink and full, go with some nicer, more muted colors that'll work better on all of our characters instead of just working on knights. No, nice.
That's pretty cool,
they
though.
work pretty well.
I'll take that.
Because,
so they're basically almost like reworking all the material then.
Not as much. Mostly, Vikings and Samurais are going to benefit from it, but you do also have some knight changes.
Oh, it's probably pick the worst armor sets though, because they have a big design in the middle.
Subtle, but it's there.
I know. Yeah,
So
it's just a.
Fantastic, Matthew. Thank you so much for giving such a comprehensive and easy to
sorry. The beginning, I was like, I have no idea what my man is talking about.
Artistic changes. It's super exciting.
I was like, I'm trying.
These changes are set to go live on the 27th.
Oh, nice.
With the new hero launch, I believe. And so, man, thanks so much for coming on and educating us about all of this stuff.
It's always a pleasure to do that stuff. I know that there's a lot of fans that always enjoy understanding the more technical aspects of what's going down with this stuff. So always ready and willing to feed that stuff to them because I like doing it and it's interesting.
It's definitely really interesting. But yeah, once again, thank you so much for being here to do that. Amazing stuff. So yeah, guys, we're gonna kick it over to the Dominion series here in a second, so don't go anywhere. And welcome back, Warriors, and welcome to you, Clarissa. Thank you so much for being here.
It's a pleasure, as always.
How you doing today?
I'm doing great, other than, being cold and frozen. Not because of the shores, but because it's in Montreal. Sorry.
Good one.
I don't know. I'm sorry, Chad. But you know how I am with these jokes. Anyways, how are you doing?
I'm okay. I'm doing excellent. Thank you so much for asking. Dominion series. That's what we're here for. We just had our last chance qualifier on the 15th. Clarissa, why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
I don't know, dude. Last time I streamed the Dominion series,
reminder, stage 4,
someone said I was
in the final stage of the Dominion
someone said it was copyrighted,
and Lawrence,
like a random person too. That I went to his channel and looked at his live stream, and he's doing the same thing.
It was really
like
awesome.
just a random
person. But huge shout out to the For Honor Discord Dojo for streaming the EU bracket, and for Norgaz who streamed the NA bracket. So definitely check out their Twitch.
Just archive it
to see the VODs.
I'll do it again.
I will.
Fun stuff.
It's just nice just seeing,
so let's
the pros
quickly
play
get
and
into the
everything
brackets.
and just chilling.
We'll start with the EU.
But no, they did not like that.
So for EU, there were 12 teams participating. And
the
winner of this is Tylenol and Friends.
Where is
it? They took it over
I'm still on the
Extra Cool
brackets.
Gatier's ECG.
It'll show it here in a sec.
So a quick note is Tylenol and Friends are actually Homeless Shelter Squad.
Tylenol and
Stage 3
Friends?
major minus set mix. So it was pretty. So these two teams
Shinobi,
are pretty much the ones that were favored to win. But Tylenol and Friends really, they really showed their, I guess, dominance, if you want to say. They're very strong. We thought the games would be really, really close, but just from game 1 in the grand finals, they had a over 500-point lead. And actually in game 1. Only one person dropped 1 death. No one else died. So really cool. Definitely check out the VOD at the For Honor Discord Dojo Twitch. So congratulations to Tylenol and friends. And now we're going to go into the NA bracket, which, I don't know what to say about this one. Guidance Gaming was the favorite team to win, but it was actually Better Than You. And Better Than You is a brand new team consisting of Mio, Flop, Jarl, and Tetsu. Tetsu was actually on Virtue. Virtue was the team that competed in the Stage 2 Major, but the other folks are new. They're actually from console. So
they're from console?
It's really refreshing to have
like,
new
I'm
blood
from console.
come in and take it over Guidance Gaming and just really show why they deserve
all
their
Shinobis,
spot
dude.
in the championship finals.
Yep,
that's weird.
So
JJ,
I don't know what to say other than
Zanhu.
you should check out the VOD from Norgaz,
Raider,
especially
and
the
Shinobi.
winner's interview, where
What a shocker.
I know.
Better Than You did talk about how much they practiced. They grinded 2s, they grinded 4s, they focused on the LCQ. They actually weren't even 100%. 2 of their teammates were a bit sick. So I'm really excited to see what they bring to the table in the championship finals. So congratulations again to our 2 winners.
Woo!
And there's also one more thing that we wanted to show. It's a clip from the EU bracket from the grand finals. Just an inspiration for y'all folks who have the rocking chair emote and how to kill or end your match in style.
Wow.
I love that. I love that so much.
What do you think, man? You think we could do the next
just
Dominion series?
everyone sitting in the rocking chair, surrounding the last person.
I'm not saying we go far,
Chilling.
but
anyways,
I mean,
we love these kind of
we
content.
give them a fight.
And
I know
it
that
was
for
great
sure.
that it was shown in the LCQ. So hopefully we
and
see
they'll have
more
to call
in
me
the
Mimi
championship
Siku
finals.
too, which is pretty nice.
I really hope so. That was
but
all of the rocking chairs. I love it.
So
me,
for the
you,
championship
Bone,
finals, here are the
Tannerbreeze,
qualified
Noble,
teams.
we would have
Just a quick reminder
pretty serious
that,
squad.
The top 3 point earners on the leaderboard are already automatically qualified.
And her name would be Uni Squad.
The 4th spot
Mhm.
was
Okay,
determined
no.
at the LCQ.
I'm
So
kidding.
it's really interesting because in the NA team, we do have 2 teams that have never competed in the majors before, Black Jackals, who showed a huge display of, I don't know, a really great performance in stage 3. I was going to say stage 4, but we're in stage 4 right now. But in stage 3, and then Better Than You, just showing up in the LCQ and taking the last spot. And then for the EU teams, it's
we'll have more to share on them
the same teams
soon
that we've been seeing in the previous
regarding
majors.
unique executions.
But
That was from
Really?
the
the
For
thing
Honor
that's really
Discord.
cool about this year
Ooh.
was
Or,
each season or
chat
each stage, the meta
on
has
Twitch.
changed. And, this meta for stage 4, because we had Shinobi going to testing grounds, now put into live. Shinobi has been
So
played
unique
much
executions
more in
aren't
this
ruled out
stage,
yet.
But
Shinobi nerf.
we'll
Here
see
we
what
go.
happens for the championship finals if there are any more
Is that what
other
they're talking
changes
about?
happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, and on the note of Shinobi, we do
They're
have
having a patch for
live patch that's
Shinobi.
going to be going
Thank
up on
you.
the 27th for Shinobi.
Oh my! It's gonna be
So
live next
Shinobi
week.
went from testing grounds. We just got him in
Thank
live.
God.
And
I know.
Now we're taking some time to nerf based on overperformance.
Yes, please.
Things that we've been
Into
seeing.
the ground.
Firstly, we're going to take the
Give him the Wallbringer
front /
treatment.
side dodge kick and make it punishable on a miss. We're going to reduce
Nerfing
the window
the
of
shooting
opportunity to end the
stars.
backflip so that
Yes.
Shinobi
The
is
stamina-
not able
stamina
to
drain,
notice the
that's what I
opponent's
want.
actions and actively react in time to the backflip when necessary.
Shooting
Thirdly,
stars. Yep.
nerf stamina cost of certain moves to make Shinobi a little slower on the
That's what-
combat
yeah, that's what
output,
I wanted.
and introduce some moments where you really need to think whether it's
Thank God.
worth spending that stamina. And
I told you,
lastly,
all we have to do is wait.
nerfing the shooting stars so that
season
Shinobis
or
aren't
something.
comboing it into the front dodge kick. So
Or zone,
hopefully
yeah,
that'll
so much
alleviate
damage.
some of that overperformance that we were kind of talking about and seeing. But yeah, just
And
wanted
then
to
you
get that
won't see him
housekeeping out of
again
the way.
unless like the high reps.
The
And
patch
then they'll
note,
go back to BP.
article is going to go live on the 27th as well. So you'll be able to hop on over to the For Honor website and check out all of the changes in depth, just so you can get a better lay of the land of what we're doing here. But thank you, Clarissa.
All right,
so
yeah,
much for being here.
That's it. Thank you guys for all coming out. I would be making videos.